Coach, thanks so much for joining us on the call today. If you take a minute to tie up the win against UConn and tell us what you expect to see as you take to the road to visit UCF, please.
Well, the UConn win was a big win for us, our first conference win, and our first in this new conference. We played at home, and I thought UConn brought a real good plan. They played very good on defense. They moved the ball on us somewhat, but we managed to get some turnovers, and we won. Our defense played probably their best game of the year thus far. Offensively, we ran the ball, like I said, well, and we played pretty decent. This is a tough Central Florida team. As you know, they're a team that went to the Fiesta Bowl last year. They look like one of the teams I used to coach at the University of Miami. They got great speed, great athleticism. Quarterback can run. He's a phenomenal athlete. The receivers are good. Really, really good return guy who's probably the nation's top returner. So this will be a tall task for us. Safety's an excellent player also.
Take questions for Coach Johnson, please. *1 on your telephone to join the queue. The operator will introduce you.
Dan Tortora, Broadcast Media.
Hey, Coach, how you doing today?
Doing great. How you doing?
Doing well, thanks for asking. Wanted to go to your quarterback situation. I know Tanner Lee, just kind of where he's at, and then at the same time, I know Nick Montana's been out there for you before, had some good moments in this last game, and just what you can say about where your quarterbacks are at.
I thought Nick managed the game really, really well. And, we also have Devin Powell, who this game may be suited for him if Tanner doesn't go this week. Tanner did some stuff last week, but he just didn't take enough reps in practice. So we're going to look at him tomorrow. We didn't practice yet. We'll look at him tomorrow and see where he is. But, we hope to have him back this week.
And as far as your offense, with having to change the signal caller, with being in that type of situation, you're not the only team in the country, obviously, to have to deal with injuries or deal with certain things happening or finding a better quarterback. But what can you say about your quarterback situation and what you can take away from a guy like Nick Montana?
Well, I thought Nick is a great manager of the game, and he's experienced. He's been here before. He's played all last year. He was our starting quarterback last year. We love to have Tanner back. Tanner's been getting better and better every week. Strong arm kid. Fits our style of play. Hopefully we can get him back this week. But if not, Nick will play, or Devin Powell, who's another kid who came in relief last year for Nick when Nick went out. So all three of those guys will be in the mix some way, shape, or form. Hopefully we get the starter back. If not, we'll go with Nick or Devin.
What can you say about Devin as far as his talents go? What do you see from him in maybe being that complement to Nick Montana or having an opportunity to have a few drives himself? I mean, how do you see him fitting in everything if he does play?
Yeah, if he plays a little bit more athleticism, I would say, and a little bit stronger arm. With this bunch here, that Central Florida, a very, very athletic team. I mean, they run around, as you know. I mean, they got one of the best defenses, probably the best defense in our conference. So, we know they run around a little bit. He may give us a little bit of edge with that. And then his arm is pretty strong, so, he's a much stronger arm kid.
Thanks. I appreciate it, Coach.
Thank you.
And do you have any other questions for Coach Johnson, please? Coach, well, thank you for your time today. We look forward to talking to you again next Monday.
Thank you. Bye-bye.